What's up, Gecko fam? So today I'm going to be basically looking at the TikTok videos, random TikTok videos, and just search Leopard Gecko hashtag and see other Leopard Gecko owners' gecko and make assumptions what their genetic will be. Now this is not going to be 100% accurate, but I'm just going to point out a couple of things why this gecko might have this genetic. It's hard to tell because, you know, geckos, when it comes to recessive genetics, you do require to have their parents' information to guess it, because when they're
heterozygous,
it's not going to be showing outside their body, like their arms or their back or anything like that, until it becomes visual recessive. So those are hard to guess, but there are genetics like dominant and complete dominance, things like that. It's easy to tell, and also polygenetics. Those are kind of easy to guess. So if I do see any of those things, I'm gonna guess it and then give you guys why I think that gecko has that genetic information. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, starting with the first one, this is a channel called Goliath. Now, I think they also call it Gogo the Gecko. Goliath is the gecko's name, and I think this is one of the biggest leopard gecko page in TikTok because it has 1.2 million. Oh my god, that's a lot of followers.
Have you ever been in love?
I don't think so.
Do you want me to describe it to you?
Now, it looks like the owner only has one leopard geckos, and the leopard geckos doesn't seem to have any albinos from the look. Because albino, if it's a visual albinos, then they will have that silverish eye with the red vein. But for this one, since it's just a black and gray vein, it will be a normal eye. Overall, the pattern, it does have a little bit of pattern, and majority of the color will be yellowish color, so it will be just hypotangerine. Now, one special unique thing about this gecko is that it has the paradox on the right cheek, so which it makes this gecko a lot cuter than other geckos. Now, other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this gecko, but it could also carry a recessive genetics like
heterozygous,
recessive albinos or blizzard or eclipse, something like that. So moving on to next video. The next video I found is Wavy Maddie 6. Now this owner just got a bit from her gecko and it's splitting, which doesn't seem to be good. Now, I don't have a lot of gecko. Now the gecko only appeared like 2-3 seconds, so it's hard to guess, but just from the look, it looks like the gecko is a super hypotangerine because it doesn't have any patterns and it's orange. Now moving on to the next one. The next one is from Pete the Gecko, and this gecko is super adorable. And this gecko is going to be super snow. Reason why I would say super snow is that first, number one is super snow has solid black eyes. That's one of the easiest way to tell. Number two is super snow and super snow eclipse, they do have those dot patterns. Now some people may be confused between the super snow eclipse and super snow. And the difference between those two is that super snow has a pattern on their arms and their legs. Now, super snow eclipse, they don't have any patterns on their arms and legs. So therefore, the super snow eclipse will have those white, the solid white color on its arm and legs. That's the easiest way to differentiate between those two. And this one also may have like a recessive gene behind it if they're a hat, which I'm pretty sure it could be hat tramp albino because that's the most common ones. Hat, Tramper, Super Snow Eclipse. But definitely cute geckos. Especially when you have that solid black eye, it makes really cute for leopard geckos. Now the next video I have here is a Jennifer nose, and this one is about the owner pretty much leaving the room quietly without noticing the gecko, and looks like the gecko has noticed it already.
Run.
By looking at this gecko, I assume this will be the radar or raptor. Now in the video, it looks like a black guy, so people may think, oh, this is a super snow. But in order to have a super snow genetics, you do need that black patterns as well. And since this one is black, although it's showing as black in the video, I'm pretty sure this is a red color. Just by looking at their patterns and color. It could be raptor or radar. The difference between those two is raptor is the one with the Tramper Eclipse, and radar is one with the Bell Albino and Eclipse. It's going to be either one of those, but since I don't know the genetic information beyond their parents, I think it will be very close to the radar or raptors. Especially when they have this bright brown marking on their head with the yellow colors. I'm pretty sure it's like 90% it's a raptor or radar. Which they're pretty cute too, if you like the red ruby color for their eye. Now the next video is from Sarah's Exotics. Now this video has this tangerine gecko again. I think the tangerine itself is a really popular one. But one special unique thing about this gecko is that this gecko has that eclipse eye. You know, eclipse, they have a bunch of eclipse patterns. It could be like snake eye, marble eye, and red eye. There's a bunch of it. I just can't think of it. There's also blue eye. I think that's also considered as eclipse too. But this one has a snake eye with the half of the front is black and half the back is albino. I think that's how it looks. So it does have an albino genetics in there. Just from the video. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a normal eclipse. What this owner is doing pretty much is, I think they're just putting that little bit of ink there so that they can have like a footprint over the poster. And this is not safe, so don't try doing it. Because if they accidentally lick those ink, then it could be really harmful for these geckos. But overall, this is also super hypo tangerines with the eclipse and albino in there. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Actually, this is a raptor or radar. Because usually raptor and radar, they do have a little bit of white nose. And as you can see, this face, when you look at the face, it has a little bit of those white mark on the tip of their nose. So this will be a raptor or radar too. But except this one doesn't have a pattern this time. You know, people sometimes get confused when they just have a snake eye with the albino eyes together. They don't think that's a raptor, but to be honest, raptors can be really a lot of things. Even if they don't have a red eye, it could still be raptor if they have a snake eye or other eye patterns with the albino together. Which Tramper has to be the one to become a raptor. But yeah, that is raptor or radar, just don't have any pattern at all. Now the next video that I'm seeing here is from Nicole Gecko, which I think they are also one of the popular page. When I look at their page, I see a lot of frogs, cute frogs there, but this time for this video, looks like it's Mango. The gecko name is Mango, but what I know for sure is that this is going to be almost close to Tramper albino WY. Now, WY has its unique patterns, like when they are mixed with the albinos. Sometimes some people can kind of relate to the Super Snow versions, except it's just orange and yellow patterns for WY albino. But not always. Sometimes WY albino can have a stripe patterns too, so it could be different when it comes to pattern, but they are definitely cool gecko morph. And I also have them as well. Now I will say Tramper because Tramper is one of the popular ones for WY, like the most out there, the market. So I think it's a Trempa albino WI, but definitely cute. The eye definitely has the albino genetic in there, and overall the patterns, amazing. So yeah, I pretty much covered a couple of videos and making some assumptions with my personal opinions. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see a lot of people are now getting these leopard geckos. This is really fun to watch, and I'm glad that people are now getting more interested in geckos. So I mean, if you guys have any other geckos that you would like me to review, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But overall, before I end the video, if you have any questions that you don't want to spend your time doing research but wants to know the answer, definitely write a comment below and I'll do those research for you and cover it in the next video. But other than that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey look, if you enjoyed that video, I went ahead and picked out another special video that I know you're gonna find it immensely valuable. You can find it right here. There, I know you're gonna love it, and I'll see you in the next one.